Hello, PerfBytes listeners. It's your old friend Satan here. You remember me, right? I'm the original founder and innovator of all things evil. That's evil spelled now with a lowercase e dash capital V-I-L. Evil. It's totally mod. Anyway, sometimes I find that even with all my efforts at trying to improve techniques for demonic possession, natural disasters, and even poor food choices, I still find it hard to compete in the marketplace of darkness against some of you in the IT department. So, as such, it is with great esteem that I'm proud to introduce this week's edition of The News of the Damned.
Can you dig it?
I always hate doing that laugh, Mark. It makes me cough afterwards.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. It takes a lot out of you, especially if you have a history of bronchitis and demonic possession. Well, it's News of the Damned, James. It's the special, I will announce it's my birthday tomorrow or today, whenever you're listening to this.
So Mark, are you
edition.
saying that your birthday is a news event and News of the Damned?
I don't think my website's going to crash. I'm just not that. It's not going to happen. I'm not popular enough. I'm not like Princess Kate.
Yeah. That's what you think.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Anyway, what do you got for us?
Well, Mark, we're going to keep it light and airy and kind of fluffy and friendly. No, it does not. No, it does not involve dogs and the American Kennel Club. We're talking about just very lively discussion here, and we're going to start it off. We're going to start it off with National Signing Day. For those of you who are around the world who are not familiar with the American tradition of getting a bunch of high school students together and forcing them to sign a piece of commitment paper for which college they're going to attend and play sports for and earn money for, that's referred to as National Signing Day when that occurs. And there is a website, Rivals.com, which is a $100 yearly subscription, which tracks this on kind of a live basis. And, given that it's a one-day event and there's a lot of interest for people whose lives revolve around some sort of university sports thingy, what do you think happened, Mark?
I think the website stayed up and it was great.
Yeah, that's why they're on News of the Damned, Mark.
Major spike load. Website go boom.
Yeah, it's website go boom. It's a classical point load situation. You have all this build up coming up to it. You have all these interested parties. Year over year, the number of interested parties, the number of sports fans that buy a computer and figure out that there's this thing called the internet get larger and larger year by year. And so basically, even ag schools, traditional ag schools in various states, even their graduates have computers at this point, and they're able to get on and see what the football signing deal is.
I think people plead ignorance, and I think it's a form of negligence here. I mean, it's just like these people don't understand that even if they've been successful in years before, you mentioned that people go out and buy a computer. People don't buy just computers. They buy mobile devices, and they connect across latent links, and the traffic is changing. It's slower.
Yes.
It holds sockets open. It exhausts resources. So even if you've been, the little Rivals website, everything's been fine. Oh, I think it's going to be fine. Same as last year. No big deal. And you're in the IT department, and you're just being stupid. The traffic mix is changing. Even if not the number of people have changed, it could just the traffic is changing, and these people are going to get nailed. Or somebody tried to cut costs, and they put out a new version of the website, and they didn't test it. Most likely, it's complete negligence. Yeah.
So, Mark, I'm going to say something. Look, a naked woman.
Excuse me?
Look, a naked woman.
Okay, and what has that got to do with the News of the Damned? I mean, it's a wonderful topic. Naked woman or naked man. Although naked women are usually artistically in history much nicer to look at from a features perspective. But in this case, it's a repeat of a common theme. Okay,
nudity, crashing a website.
Well, porn is nothing new, right, James?
Well, actually, this is not porn, Mark.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, this happened to be for an actress in India, someone who has never really gone nude before. Heck, someone in Bollywood who may not have even kissed someone on screen before.
Yeah, they're very strict about these things.
Yeah, has gone nude officially to support a candidate in an election. And so when you combine nudity online with someone who doesn't normally do it and where it's officially sanctioned, and you add in a large number of socially dysfunctional users of the internet who might be interested in looking at this information, you get a recipe for the classical point load situation similar to Rivals.com, except in this case, it wasn't moving images and things of that nature. It was all static content. It could have been easily placed on a content distribution network.
Or a porn distribution network.
Well, this is not a porn actress. This is a serious actress who was going nude for the support of a parliamentary candidate.
Yeah, that's kind of, I say formerly mainstream actress. Now she's just a porn actress.
And just to show how much we support this, we're not giving out her name.
No.
So you're going to have to do your little research and go on the internet and figure it out. It's not too difficult to figure out, but exercise those search skills.
Yeah.
See if you can get down to one link in your Google search.
Yeah, there you go. And once again, James, this is ridiculous. It's got to be the politics crossover from an IT perspective for hosting these photos, because you and I know the guys that actually stream disgusting porn, whatever your opinion of it, doesn't matter, right? There's some of the best scalability architectures, algorithms. I mean, these guys have invented some of the state-of-the-art cutting-edge techniques for delivering web performance. To do a static content like this, I mean, this is child's play to some of these kids.
Well, and it's amazing they've been able to do this without ever purchasing a single tool from any vendor to support the adult industry. I want to repeat that. They've not purchased a single tool from any vendor, nor used any open source tool or any tool of any type in order to get the level of performance. Do I need to repeat that a third time?
No, but at least you and I don't know about this. But a lot of them, they're fantastic devs, and they can afford it. These guys are rolling in profit margins, right? I mean, come on.
True.
Yeah.
So next up, Mark, what do you think we have?
UK ticket site.
Darn, you guessed it.
UK ticket site. I'm not going to forget again in the future, because last time I didn't get it right. Now my default answer is ticket site in the UK.
I don't know what is going on with the UK. We need to have Mr. Bishop on a show, and Mahesh as well.
I'm going over there. I'm just going to ask random people on the street, hey, do you ever buy tickets online? Does it work? I'm just going to ask. I'm going to ask 100 people when I travel there.
Talk to Rosie Sherry, talk to Mr. Bishop, talk to Mahesh. Find out what the deal is. They've got to have some good developers. They've got to have some good hosting. But in this case, it happened to be the Rewind Festival in Henley.
Yeah. Well, everyone knows about that one.
Oh, exactly. Classical situation. You've got a time when the tickets go on sale. You've got pent up demand. You've got a local boy or gal or group that says, hey, we can do that. We support the interweb stuff.
Yeah, but you said that with like a weird kind of uneducated Southern accent, and that wouldn't really, in the UK, it would be sort of a cockneyed kind of lower class.
Or would it be Scottish?
Although it could be upper class people who, you're going to, excuse me, Charles, you're going to do something with that lovely computer thing you have there. It's going to handle the tickets just fine, isn't it? I mean, you might have the upper class assuming that the technology will just work without knowing what the hell they're actually doing.
Yeah, that's true. Kind of a Downton Abbey upstairs downstairs type thing. Yes, the water just runs, right?
Yeah. But again, ridiculous that these people keep running into this thing, because our advice would be, first and foremost, you can throw hardware at this problem. right? It's just throughput and also find a way to have an isolated atomic transaction that does not need to be committed into a single data source, right? Find a way to have a token system that allows individual app servers to deliver up a commitment to a given seat within a time frame. The time frame might be very narrow, but you have the same kind of thing you have at the butcher shop, right? Or a cheese shop, to quote a famous Monty Python skit, right? You take a token.
Mark, I think we need Mr. John Cleese to reprise a very famous skit with the Ministry of Silly Computing.
The Ministry of Silly Computing. That would be very good. I would like that.
So, lastly, on this episode of News of the Damned, we have to talk about the U.S. government. And you know what, Mark? It's not going to be what you think about when we say U.S. government and website problems. In this case, it's going to be the Veterans Administration.
Ah, the VA, yes.
The VA, you know, the one used as the model for the other site that we don't talk about, where, you know, we had our person of the year who was associated with it. And it's clear that this is a design issue, very much like the ACA website, where you have resources oversubscribed, not being released, forms that take a long time to fill out online. So the site goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. It's like you're riding a pogo stick.
Yeah. Now, you know, we have a contact, Tim Nichols, who used to work for Cortex. I think he's in VA hospitals, but I'm not sure he does website stuff. He's mostly doing like that hospital operations back-end testing.
Yeah, like internal stuff.
Yeah. I don't know the backstory on this one, but again, no excuse. You're the government, Fortune 1, serving millions of customers. Millions.
And this is the archetype of what they said. Mm-hmm. We do the VA stuff very well. We can do the rest of the stuff just as well. This is not making me very comfortable.
No, and you think about the Social Security Administration is slightly separate. The VA, again, it's a giant. James, you've worked in the government gigs. I mean, it's just enormous, right? You can total, complete, separate cultures, different practices, and it's only, I think, in the last 10 years that we figured out how to start consolidating shared services and things across the government. But again,
Mark, don't you be talking about that heresy of combining services and stuff like that, because you know we're the government. People will wait in line because we're the one place they can come.
Yeah. You know, I'm all for regulation where it makes sense, but like waiting in line to vote, that's just stupid. I mean, I'm all for voting online if we can get rid of any weird, bad IT people.
What do you mean, people with like J-meter who want to vote for the Green Party?
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, hey, we got 175 million votes. Just for one guy that we've never heard of, and then a bunch for Mickey Mouse. And this is really interesting. We have a three-way race between user 001, user 002, and user 003. And they all have the same home address. And
Roseanne Barr has been elected leader of Outer Fredonia, wherever that
is. You know, Fredonia. I've been there once, actually, from Wyoming. Anyway, James, so the government... VA hospitals, too bad. Sorry, Tim. Give us a call. Let us know if that's what's going on with that. Maybe they bypassed him. Right? He was a very smart guy. He knows what he's doing.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah, exactly. Very good, James. Thanks very much for another successful rendition of the News of the Damned.
Thank you.
So, thanks for listening, everyone, to James rattle on again with tales from Satan's stories about IT people who are negligent and punish the innocent. And, you would hear something like this. Excuse me, pardon me, could I borrow a server? I've got a large ticket event. I've got to sell a bunch of tickets. I'm wondering if you've got just a spare server that I could put here in my data center and maybe support the load. Pardon me, sir, if you could spare just a single server, just even a few disk drives, just put them over here in my server. I've got a special event coming up and I need to prepare for it. Pardon me. Do you have some memory I can have for my small server? I just need a wee bit of RAM to support the tickets that I need to sell. I just need a small bit of network bandwidth. I've got to sell a bunch of tickets. I'm wondering if you've got just a spare server that I could put...